Welcome back to New Mexico State Sports Weekly. After a successful indoor season that saw them set a handful of new school records, Aggie Track and Field has embarked on their outdoor season with plenty of momentum. Last weekend, they competed in the UTEP Springtime Invitational, and assistant coach Paul Harkins joins us now. And Coach, you train the distance runners, and we always start with Courtney Schultz. Seems like every time, cross country, indoor track, outdoor track, doesn't matter. She ran 4:40, beat an outstanding individual in the 1500 last weekend at UTEP.
Yeah, Katia Garcia is a very, very tough individual. She's a multiple-time national championships qualifier in both cross country and I believe once in track as well. So the battle, I mean, neither one of them, the 1500 meters is neither one of them's main focus, but you know, just being able to see that battle, Courtney and Katia were just throwing surges on each other the last 600 meters of the race, you know, back and forth, and Courtney ended up just hanging on with a little more strength in the last 80 meters and broke her down the stretch.
Well, sticking with the distance theme, you guys have been exceptional in distance events over the last couple of years in the Western Athletic Conference, not only in track but in cross country as well. What's your plan for the rest of the distance runners the rest of this outdoor season?
Well, you know, I mean, coming in outdoor season, it's nice because there's a couple more additional events that we can kind of break things up. You know, the twins are focusing a little bit longer. They're going, you know, focusing 10K this year for the first time. So we'll see 10K, 5K for them over the rest of the spring. Chelsea McDonald, she's a steeplechaser, so that's a nice event for her to kind of shine in because she's done very well in that. She's, I think, only a couple seconds off the school record as a freshman. Hasn't run it yet this year, but we'll look to make her debut probably this weekend up in Albuquerque. And then, you know, I mean, some of our freshmen, you know, we've got a great middle distance group that my wife Meg coaches. And then, you know, a lot of the freshmen are, you know, got a couple in the steeplechase, a couple in the 1500, 5K, as well as Madeline Stoltz is a good 5K runner as well.
We'll talk about the meet up in Albuquerque here coming up in a couple of minutes. Let's switch gears to the field now. India Cleveland has had an outstanding start to her outdoor season, was the WAC Athlete of the Week last week, and she won the long jump better than 6 meters last weekend at UTEP.
Indy's been ferocious so far this outdoor season. We've only had 2 meets, but I mean, she's set a lot of personal records. I mean, broke the school record in the hurdles the first week, the long hurdles, that is, by like a 3-second PR, which is enormous. You know, had a 9-inch PR in the long jump on, I think it was her first jump this past weekend, which is just fantastic. It's still, you know, PR'd as well in the short hurdles as well this past weekend. So I mean, she has really upped her game this spring, and we're excited to see where it ends.
So when you talk about the team overall, the running events on the track and then the field events, what are some of the strengths on the team, and what are some areas where you think that the Aggies could use some work heading towards the conference meet?
Well, you know, I mean, we have, you know, I mean, our throwers are coming along. You know, Carrie Frazier is a transfer this year, and she's been, you know, having a little bit of trouble getting on track. But this past weekend, she had a couple good throws, one on the hammer, a couple on the disc, and the shot as well. So she's really coming along strong. But the sprints and jumps are doing really well. I mean, we have Leah Benton back from injury last year where she redshirted. We have a freshman, Alicia Perkins. We had a conversation about that last week, actually. But I mean, she ran a very fast time in the 200 this past week in 24:35, which was phenomenal. You know, Sasha Aldridge is doing great in both the 2 and the 4 as well. And then the distances, as you said, I think we cover fairly well. We cover across the board fairly well. Missing a little bit in the, a little bit. You're not quite as deep in the throws. You know, maybe the pole vault could help us out a little bit. But you know, I mean, we're pretty deep. This is definitely the best team we've had since we've been here as a staff. So
about a minute ago, you talked about the meet upcoming this weekend in Albuquerque. What are some of the things that you're looking for from the team up in that meet in Albuquerque this weekend?
It's going to be I think a pretty good competition. I mean, I think there's going to be quite a few Mountain West schools. I think Colorado State's going to be there as well as University of New Mexico, obviously. Utah State, I think, is coming down from, you know, so we get some more bitter WAC rivalry. But no, I mean, it's going to be a good competition. So I think we're just looking to go out and see where we stack up against some of those teams, and they're going to fight hard.
All right. Well, Paul Harkins, assistant coach, New Mexico State track and field as well as cross country. Thanks for your time. Best of luck this weekend.
My pleasure, Kyle.